Anyway, I'm not asked. What type of bike do you need? Do you know what? I've had this very kind woman on here. And I've had another woman that's been supporting me for time. Boss woman she is. I'll be proud of this woman. She's like a mother figure in her own little way. I've had quite a few women coming in acting like mother figures over the years and then disappearing. So she's offered me a bike ages ago, and I said to her like 18 months ago, I'll get you a bike, I'll send you £500. And I weren't being ungrateful, I just said, no, I want to try and get it myself. But I haven't managed to get it. And then in the last week, another woman's come on to me. Oh, I've heard that you need a bike. Can I put the money in your PayPal? How much do you need? I said, the bike I want's too dear. She went, don't worry about that. Tell me what you need and I'll send it. And I'm just like, no. Just no, la. Just no, mate. I don't know, I should do perhaps. I was getting told ages ago, you know, off like Sean Atwood and all that. They're sitting there watching me refusing gifts and donations, saying, don't, no. And they're looking at me in disgust, going, you take every fucking one of them, lads. I'm looking at them thinking, what? Every time someone's offering you something, you take it. I'm thinking, you're mad. But then eventually I just started going, yeah, go ahead, send it. But then it leaves you in a mess. It leaves you vulnerable to... Like, I sit there and sometimes don't trust this woman that's very kind for me. So the reason I don't trust her is because I've had people, since I've got out of prison, come in my life as if I'm doing great, giving me things as if it's a gift, and then saying I'm a bum, he took this, and I'm thinking, wow. So when I'm getting this 4 years later, another sort of person coming in with love and care for me, I'm suspecting it. I'm suspicious about it. It's mad, so I'm just a bit that way. You know, me trust issues. Whereas normally I'd just go, yeah, it's all legitimate though. I wouldn't accept. These people that are offering me to buy bikes, they're not criminals. They're decent law-abiding citizens. I'm not saying all criminals aren't decent people. I'm just saying there's a difference. The money chain's different. I wouldn't live or anything off illegal money. That's just me now. I wish I'd never got up on the money thing when I was a kid. I agree. I always tell my boys to look after themselves. You owe nobody then. It's horrible, you know, when you're a man and you have children and you can't provide. It's weird, mate. It's like these are all new types of feelings for me because I had my kids at a late age, didn't I? I had my first kid when I was 40, no, 42, and then I had my second kid when I was 43 or 44. So I've not really handled them sorts of demoralising situations where you can't provide for your kids. It's horrendous, mate. As a man, lad, it ruins you. You know when you can't... Some of you might be going through it now. Some men might be going through it where they feel like they haven't done enough for the kids and you haven't provided enough for them, and it can ruin your mentality if you let it. You look in your 30s, a lot of people say that, mate. It's the clean living I've done most of my life. In prison, mate, I was just like disciplined, mate. Disciplined. I sleep, unless it was a match day night, you know, on like a Saturday night, I sleep every night at 10 o'clock. Over a weekend, I'd stay awake for match of the day. I'll be up at 5 o'clock every morning. By 5:30, I'll be doing a bodyweight circuit in my pad. I'll be breakfast, washed and dressed for when the cell door opens every morning after my circuit. I do what I need to do, my phone calls, because I'm a cleaner, 9:30, I'm going to the gym again. Come back, because I'm a cleaner on the survey, having the best healthy scran you can get in the prison. Bang, back to the gym at 2 o'clock. Back, best food you can get in there, sleep. Read, sleep. That was me, every day, every night for 10 years. Got out, just lost, like, it's the police and probation that done it to me, to be honest. They didn't want me to be successful. Do you understand what I'm saying? They didn't want me to complete my licence. They didn't want Darren G to be a success story. So they went out the ways to make me antisocial. I'm convinced I'm under prevent. You know the organisation that you're hearing responsible for all these kids that are going on lone wolf missions? I'm convinced they've been monitoring me since I got out of custody. I'm convinced some of the shit that they've done was to isolate me away from certain things. To prevent me doing them tactics to keep me away from things that can escalate. They know I'm not bigging myself up when I'm saying this. Do you understand what I'm saying? The authorities know how dangerous I am. They know. You don't. You were always just a murderer, always just this. But they know the mind. They've studied it while I'm in the system. They know if they could have sectioned me, I wouldn't be sat here now. The only reason he couldn't section me in prison is because I never had an episode. If I would have snapped in prison and started going off on the wing, they would have just come in, liquid cosh, sectioned, and that was me finished. They tried to get me in my last 12 months multiple times to sign up to a forensic psychologist report. So in my last year of me, they could have done it at the beginning, could have done it midway, could have done it here. They decided to try and section me in the last 12 months of my 18-year prison sentence. And they hit me with a forensic psychologist report. And if I would have signed that, I would have been sectioned for years, mate. And they went all out for me to sign that. And I never. And I know how dangerous I am, mate. I know how bad my thoughts can be. I know how bad my desire is for certain. And it's been happening to me for years. And it all, basically, it's always been like, when I was a kid, it was IRA mentality. And then, when I'm going in the prison system, and shit like this, my anti-authoritative stance and position towards governments is amplifying over the years. And then, as I'm growing up, I'm getting introduced to in prisons, the prisons I'm going to, and I'm doing my jail with very extreme Muslims. So I'm sitting with people eating my food, who eat the food with the fingers and sit there with the bare feet at the end of the wing. This is how deep these Muslim kids who I was mixing with was. You've seen some of them come out later on in mad videos and shit. So while I'm round then, I've got the common cause mentality with these kids. With these kids of Islam, I've got that common cause, what? Anti-government. So I'm sitting amongst these, appreciating their narrative towards the government, which is dangerous. For years, I've got these kids round me. When I get out, a pack of kids come in, round me from different angles. not really told this story, I've touched on it a bit. And these 3 kids were what you'd call members of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood is a very powerful Islamic militant group around the world, and it's all over the UK, right? Now these 3 kids, they're in the public eye, some of them aren't. But one's coming here, started digging, planting, making me. I've met someone else who I thought didn't know this kid. You know, making me more extreme, putting me on that path of martyrdom, basically. Another one's came in here. Now the difference was, 2 were from that place, 1 was from that place. So I didn't correlate that they knew each other. So I met one in that area a year ago. And then a year later, for some mad reason, I've met these people. They've moved to me. Why? Because they've been listening to what I'm saying on my YouTube from years ago. I'll do this to myself. They must have been hearing that and came in like a group, as if they didn't know each other, like different entities, saying the same shit, encouraging the same mindset, encouraging the same actions, pushing it into me from 3 different directions. I only got on what they were doing when the kid who was like the number 1, like the main one that was turning up every day, getting me in his car, going for food, he slipped up when he was on the phone to his bird, because I'd been with the other kid and he was talking about selling his car and what type of car it was and shit like this. And now I'm with this other kid that's not meant to know this kid, and he's talking about the same car and he's buying it off his cousin and it's going to his sister. So I've got on that, I went, thought you didn't know him? And then that was it for me, that put me on it. And that was only 2 years ago, where kids have tried come in on me, expecting me to be that much that I'll run in there and do some mad atrocity. One of the same kids ended up in a synagogue in California. One of the same kids that was coming in, pushing this madness into me. There's 4 of them actually, when I think about it. But he asked me to go with him. I was going to go with him. If I could have got my passport, then I would have went to California with this kid and probably done what he was doing. That's how mad I was gone with this group of Islamists that still exist in this country now. Mad. And it's not bullshit, I'm telling you the truth. But if you look at if you go and look up Malik Akram, go and look up Malik Akram. He was one of the kids that was around me at the time. Yes, Deborah. It's mad, you know, because when I was speaking the way I was about suicide by police and stuff like that, sorry about using that word, I had all mad people with the same mindset contacting me. Malik being one of them. I had this other kid from Scotland, forgot his name, and he was contacting me. I think like you, and I'm associating with him. And he's not telling me his intentions, but you just know. Anyway, I lost contact with him. He was a trader, an FX trader or something. I lost contact with him. And then a year later, someone sends me a clip. It's him in Gibraltar. He's only gone off his head on a beach in Spain, in Gibraltar, and being shot dead by police with an imitation firearm on him. So I've attracted some mad people, mate. You know, into my space, I've attracted some crazy people, mate. Well, go on then, I'm going to go. Done a little 2-hour live feed there. I've outstayed me welcome here. I think I'm in the locals' corner. They're all looking at me, who's she doing on our table? Peace out till 5, shouts. I'll go and do what I've got to do, and then I'll come back on a live later. Have a nice morning, whatever you're doing, people, yeah? You know, you need good people around you. I just need me kids. And me kids' mother around me, mate. I'm in supported accommodation. And just like I can't afford to move. I can try. I've tried to get a flat, universal credit. They just don't want to know. And then people who are interested, cause I'm applying across my Facebook, everything's going sweet. Then they just must realise, wow, this is Darren G. Can't be putting him in there, mate. What if he gets burned? What if he gets shot? Or just there's just mad shit that's preventing me being what I want to be, and it's money. I don't need it, but to become what you want to become, you need it. And I'm not begging, I'm not dropping hints, I'm not doing all this shit. I'm just telling you how it is. Doesn't mean I won't have money or I can't eventually network and create opportunities where I've got a financial stream, so my kids have at least got some bricks and mortar to rely on when I'm dead. Get what I'm saying? Bricks and mortar are at least leave a roof over your kids' heads, mate. If there's anyone out there, this doesn't matter where you are in the country, you know, you mightn't be involved in social media or shit, but you might have accommodation there what's decent. I'm not going to be a tenant that doesn't pay and wrecks your place, because I'm just not like that. If you're able to give me accommodation that's in a safe little area somewhere, I don't mean like, oh, no one can get out. I mean like, just a nice quiet area somewhere, city centre, town centre, anything like that, where you're willing to take part universal credit and then the rest cash every month into your bank, whatever. If you're willing to do that for me, I won't be broadcasting I'm living there. I won't be, oh yeah, look at me new gaff, oh yeah, look at this, look at that. I only do that with these short duration places I've been living in for the past 3 years. My life's just dead unstable, and because the physical's very unstable, it's starting to make the spiritual a bit unstable. Like since I came to Birmingham because they set the bottom floor of the block I lived in on fire, so I got kicked out by landlords. Went to live with Quintus's nana for a bit, and then got kicked out, so I'm homeless. Now, since I've been in Birmingham now, I've lived in 6, 7 or 8 different places. HMOs, and you know what HMOs are like, don't you, mate? Especially when it's benefit ones, not student ones. Smackheads, pissheads, and everything that goes with them. So yeah, I've never been able to, in the last 4 years, go to a place where I can shut the door and not be disturbed. Everywhere, it's like I've been in, you know when I'm in jail, and in jail it's just constant noise, it's just constant 24/7, keys banging, shouting, bells, dogs barking. That's what a HMO's like. The walls are dead thin, so he's got his telly blasted, that one's got its music on, someone's downstairs at 3 o'clock in the morning cooking a steak. This is what it's like, do you understand what I mean? Cars outside, and because of the area I'm in, they start fasting at a particular time, so it's just chaotic at 2, 3, 4s in the mornings. And all these things, they don't bother me. I just know I'd be in a well better space if he had my own place. I can't have my kids staying over. You can't have visitors after 10 o'clock or you get kicked out. And it's like I'm still in prison, and it's like prevent, no, what I'm in, and it's like they want me stuck in that sort of living. Convinced they're all over me, that preventing me being with my life for years, mate. For me benefits and shit like that. Honest to God. So, look how happy I am most of the time, right? And once a month I'll get to see my kid, and I'm over the moon. Imagine what it'd be like if it was waking up to me, if my kid was staying in mine for the weekend with a man. Just these little things ain't gonna improve me. They're definitely gonna come my way. They're definitely coming. How they come, I don't know, but they're definitely coming. I'm gonna have a nice place where I can call home. It mightn't be bought, I mightn't own a gaff, but it's a home to me. I'll be able to get me kids, instead of coming up for 2 hours and having to drive back for 2 hours and spending £200 on a day with me kids, they can come up and just not spend money and just live in my room, in my flat, can't they, for the weekend. So all that'll happen, mate. But as I say, if you've got someone out there who you know, I'm a decent kid, I'm not there to ruin your property, your bills will be paid on time all the time. Your neighbours won't hear me because I won't be treating that place like, oh, I can just blast music all night. Do you understand? I've got people offering me dogs. Well, I've got one person who's offered me a boss dog. I can't have that dog because I'm in a place where you can't have a pet. And the dog's like one of them proper protection dogs. Like an Alsatian. Proper quality dog where you go, fetch. Anyone comes near your kids, protect them. I don't want it on an insecure thing, the dog. I just want the dog as a way of me kids. Them Alsatians are probably the best dogs you can get to protect your children and guard your property. Better than any XL bully, better than any pit bull, better than for a dog that's going to protect you, your children, your property. An Afghan Alsatian or whatever they're called. They're the best. Yes, Smithy dog. Emma. So someone's offered one of them already. I've said yet, like. But they're very expensive, aren't they? They're very, very, very expensive dogs then. And if you've got a fellow Scouser willing to say to you, look lad, do you want a dog, mate? You must be doing something right. You must be doing something right. It's not a drug dealer breeding XL bullies. You know, for you to be breeding Alsatians and training them to become protecting dogs, you must be like legitimate, mustn't you? You must be on the ball to mate. Yeah, if you're breeding XL bullies, you just got your 50 grand drug money and invested it there. When you've got them Alsatians, you've invested your life into that shit. You know, like a proper breeder, proper dog breeder, not someone that's just tapping into clean money and overbreed that poor animal. So that's what they're doing. You're meant to get a decent, or a female, that's what they call them, don't need the B word. So you get a female, and she's meant to have 2 litters or 3 litters in a whole life. These are making the dog have multiple litters in about 5 years and then fuck off. Not good, that's not good for the... It's not good on the mother, is it? And sometimes they're horrible. If them dogs were human, wow. Sometimes you've got the female just getting... It'd be an offence in the real world, mate. In the human world, you're going to jail for 20 years for what that dog done to that mother dog. Forcing the shit. Do you understand what I mean? To breed. Well, some of us have got compassion towards things and some of us haven't. Yes, Tan 84. Someone's waving the flag of Palestine, saying Free Palestine. I'm waving the flag of Ireland, saying Free Ireland. without offending you or not, mate, but Palestine, when our motherland's being destroyed, I think a large proportion of this country with Irish blood needs to start ignoring what's going on around the world and start focusing on what's happening in our motherland right now. The shit you're seeing around the world, which is horrible and atrocious, you're going to be seeing that shit in the motherland within 10 years if we don't start understanding what we should be doing here. As I say, you're going to have McGregor and you're going to have Tommy Robinson. You're going to have McGregor in Ireland, you're going to have Tommy Robinson in the UK. They're going to galvanise an awful lot of troops, the pair of them together. Millions. Trust me. And guess what? They've got all the money in the world. They're only targeting Conor now, aren't they? Oh, he's a misogynist. Oh, he does this to girls. Have you seen what 1,000 immigrants have done to them Irish girls? And you've got Irish Parliament screaming out Conor McGregor. Priorities are wrong, innit? They're just making it worse for themselves, the power base in Ireland right now. They think they're going to ridicule Conor McGregor and kill his support off. The more they ridicule him, the more support he'll galvanise. Trust me, lad, you're going to see Conor McGregor in a position of power within the Irish political structure within the next 5 years. You're going to see Tommy Robinson, a powerful political figure within the political structure within this country in the next 5 years. Guaranteed. Money talks, mate. Money talks. When you've got the richest man on the planet backing you, you've won already. Free Syria, free Sudan, free Yemen, free Ireland, free Britain, free Germany, free Spain, free Italy, free everywhere, mate. For me, free Ireland. Free Ireland. If you want to wave a flag, wave an Irish flag. I don't see all these people waving flags for Ireland. I don't see all these people saying save Ireland, protect Ireland, Irish. Don't see none of that. I don't see Irish flags getting thrown all over the gaff. Do you? Everyone in this world, focus on Ireland. It's where we all stem from. It doesn't matter if you're born in this country, the UK. Your nan, your granddad had children and came to this country with your children. You were born. The UK is more Irish than what it is English, unfortunately for people. If you're Irish English, there's nothing wrong with that, mate. I'm Irish English. Why? Because I'm Irish blood, born in England. I'm Irish English. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there's thousands of yous out there who are Irish English, regardless of your skin colour. Regardless of your skin colour. There's loads of yous, Irish English people. That's who dominate these shores. That's who dominate this land. The Irish English people. No foreigner, no faith that thinks they're a race. We're the stock and bottle of this whole United Kingdom. Imagine if the Irish English united. Irish Scottish, Irish Welsh. Imagine if we all united. They've got no chance against us, mate. And with people like Conor McGregor and other individuals like him leading the way, trust me, we've got all to worry about it. We have a fight in 10 years, we'll win. We'll win. Let me just point this out to you. The most violent race in the whole world. The most dangerous race in the whole world. The race that's willing to go to the death is the white race. Well, you know. Just look over the years. don't think that ugly head can't be raised again when it starts coming to these Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs thinking they're going to get away with murder. Do you know how many young Irish girls have been affected by this shit? You still hold them secrets out to the travelling community? I didn't get on it when I was in Blackburn. There's a taxi rank in Blackburn, and I used to see these 2 Irish girls with these 4 Asian kids all the time. And they looked a lot older. I'm fresh out of jail, naive. So they looked a lot older. The Asian kids, I was getting a weed off, and they were 21, 22. And I was speaking to these Asian kids for a while. I ended up kicking their door in on the flat because they got a bit lippy. I went through the door in the flat whilst I was in the hostel. Right in there. When I've gone in there, you've got these 2 girls in a mess. Irish girls, young Irish girls. The image of the Irish girl. No beautiful young Irish girl, blonde hair, tanned, fashioned. So don't think it's not affecting other communities, mate. It's there, it's still going on right now. We're just distracted by everything. Can't really speak about it on here. That'll be all on my X. My X account, Darren G Live and Critical. I'll be speaking about all these in-depth topics that everyone's scared to approach. I'll be hitting the nail on the head.